One of the biggest upsets ever with UCLA beating Penn State. And Miami looks like that they should be the number one team. So we're going to dive into that. We're going to talk about that. A lot of other things happened this weekend. We saw Bama humble Vandy. Florida pulled out the upset over Texas. So lots to talk about. Lots of crazy things happened this weekend. College football never disappoints, and neither does the Nitro Show. The Nitro College Football Show. I'm Burl. Street is out this week. He had to attend one of those notorious fall weddings in Vermont, of all places. So safe travel, Street. We'll see you back next week, and hopefully soon. This is hard to do by yourself. But this is the Nitro College Football Show. And so like, subscribe, tell a friend, be a friend, so you don't miss out on all the crazy ramblings of old men. Okay. Crazy things from week 7. Let's just start out with the biggest one. UCLA beats Penn State. This is wild. And couple that with Texas losing to Florida. Wild stat. The preseason number 1 and 2 teams are not ranked. They're no longer ranked. That's insane. How crazy is college football? I've been saying it for weeks now that no one knows anything about these teams. And anybody that claims so is full of shit. We might think some teams are good. Miami looks really good. They look really complete. Bama looks like a whole new team. They look really good. But is Oregon even that good? Because they barely beat Penn State. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know. But how does UCLA beat Penn State? How does this happen? You're the number 2, 3 team, whatever, you're a top 10 team. You just come off a heartbreaking loss at home during a whiteout, overtime, and now you got to turn around, fly cross country, which that ended up being an excuse that was thrown out there, as they had to fly cross country, which I have no sympathy for any Big Ten people that are bitching about flying across country. That was the Big Ten's decision to pull in these teams from different parts of the country. Same thing with the ACC. You got Stanford playing at Miami. Miami could potentially play at Stanford. I mean, this is coast to coast stuff. So I don't feel bad about that. I don't think they can use that as an excuse. It was one of those situations where you are coming off really big game, and now you got to go play a team that has fired their coach. They have an interim coach. They have a quarterback who has all kinds of controversy following him, and people are just absolutely hating on this guy. So it looks like this team has absolutely nothing to play for. Like whoever's there is just leftovers. That's what it feels like. Well, don't tell that to anybody in the UCLA Bruins locker room, because those boys came out to play, and Nico came out to play. I got to say it. He played really well, and he brought it. He brought it. Something we really haven't seen from him. So good for him on that. But then you throw in some other crazy things about this game. Rick Neuheisel's son was a positions coach, and he got promoted to be OC for this game. This guy never called a play in his life. And he proceeds to go out there and put up 40 plus points on the top 10 team with a team that has literally nothing. Like literally nothing. I couldn't tell you anybody on that team besides Nico. And that's only because he's Nico and we know about him. And gosh, I don't know if you heard any of his press conferences, interviews, or anything. He sounds exactly like his dad. I mean, it's a 1-to-1. It's not, oh, he kind of resembles his dad. No, he's like a carbon copy. It's crazy. If you hear them talk, you can't tell the difference. But going back to the fact that he's never called plays before, goes out, throws up 40, and he actually forgot to call a play on the most important play of the game, where UCLA had to get a first down to seal the game, and so Nico just called the play, and I guess it worked. So, how do you forget to call a play? It's just amazing. Just everything about this game is just amazing to me. But raises a lot of questions. What does this tell us about Penn State? I mean, do we really know that they're a bad team? Or is this Penn State's Notre Dame, Northern Iowa moment? It very well could be. Because by all rights, Penn State has a loaded roster. They have talent on that team. There's only one problem on that team, and that's James Franklin's the head coach. But like I said, anybody who tells you that they know, they don't know. Because now you got to question, how good is Oregon actually? You know, they beat up on some subpar teams, and then they pull out the victory over Penn State in overtime on the road at night, which is super impressive. But then that team goes and loses to literally the worst team in the Big Ten. You talk about a coach who's coaching for his life this year. It's James Franklin. He's going to have to pull off a Notre Dame 2024 run in order to save his job. Because I'm not sure he can come back from this. If they don't make the playoff, they don't go deep in the playoff. Hell, he might even be in Ryan Day's shoes last year, where he has to win an Natty to save his job. That could totally be the case. But gosh, gotta love college football. This is the stuff that you love during the season. These crazy things that happen, just inexplicably, no rhyme or reason. There's no reason UCLA should have beat Penn State at all. This should have been a blowout and head back across country. But good Lord, it is some crazy stuff. So the other big game of the weekend, actually, let's talk about some more upsets. Let's talk about that Florida upset over Texas. I mean, what has happened to Arch Manning? Can anybody tell me? He was supposed to be better than Tim Tebow. That's not the case. Texas is supposed to be kings of the SEC, the new Bama. How's that working out? You're going to bend over backwards to give Texas the easiest schedule first 2 years. And they have not beat a ranked Power 4 team. It's pretty wild. So things that we know about this team is that for whatever reason, that offensive line is garbage. I mean, I saw lots of things online today, people just talking about, how can a team that is that expensive, because we all know Texas spent a bunch of money on this team. How is it that they don't have depth at that line on the offensive line? Tell me. Sometimes money buys you championships. Sometimes you're just throwing it into the fire. All I can think of is that, and I've been thinking about this throughout the year, just seeing how well or how poorly Arch has played this year. And when you start to think about it and you go back and you look at last year with Quinn Ewers, a lot of people had problems with Quinn Ewers, saying he regressed. He didn't play up to his level of expectation that everybody had for him, which is true. And this is a guy who was supposed to just kill it in college, become first round draft pick, and off the NFL. Well, he goes from Ohio State to Texas, has one good year, and then the next year, not so good. And he ends up going in the 7th round, getting drafted after a former walk-on, best walk-on ever, Dan Jackson, my spirit animal. So maybe Sark is not the guru he was thought to be. Has anybody ever really thought about that? So tell me another quarterback who, or maybe it's just because like him being the head coach, maybe he's not as involved with the quarterbacks as say he was at Bama. And he did a good job at Bama. There's no question about that. But as a head football coach, maybe he's too far away from the position to be that quarterback guru. I don't know. I don't know the inner workings of the Texas Longhorn coaching apparatus, but I know what I see on the field, and a game that at the beginning of the season, as a Georgia fan, I'm looking at and I'm thinking that's going to be a huge game. Could be for a trip to the SEC championship for both of those teams. I'm not saying I'm going to overlook Texas, but it's not as scary as it was. There's much scarier teams on Georgia's schedule at this point. So Texas, man. How are you going to spend all that money and not be good? At least Ohio State's good. They spend all the money. They're good. Texas Tech. Hey, we have to take Texas Tech serious now. They spent money. It's working. Texas Tech has a clear path to the college football playoff. They've got some big games coming up. They still have to play Arizona State. Think Iowa State maybe, but I know they have to play BYU. BYU's still undefeated, so that could be a top 10 matchup when that game rolls around. So just because you have the money and you spend it doesn't mean you spent it wisely. And it does not look like Texas has spent their money wisely. They have a great defense. There's no doubt about that. But you have to be able to score at some point, and you're not always going to be able to play Sam Houston State. Sorry about it. But on the flip side of this, what's this mean for Florida? I mean, to me, Florida is still one of the scariest teams in the country. They have a great defense. Florida's defense is championship caliber. And that is a dangerous game for anybody that plays Florida the rest of this season. Because now we're seeing DJ Lagway get some confidence after this game. You know, he made some crazy sidearm throws against Texas that were really good. And also, Florida gets back one of their top receivers, and apparently that actually made a huge difference. So Florida's a dangerous team. And who knows, maybe they extend Billy Napier for another 10 years. I doubt that. I seriously doubt that. I don't know how the rest of the season is gonna pan out for Florida, but I would not be shocked if Billy Napier is still the head coach after this season. And that's probably going to piss a lot of Florida fans off. But that doesn't bother me. I just think it's wild. You know, every time Billy Napier just seems like, okay, he is getting fired. He brings himself back for one more day. Because no matter what you say about Billy Napier's coaching, whether he's a good coach, bad coach, whatever, the one thing that he can hang his hat on that no one can take away from him is that he owns that locker room. Those guys love that man, and they fight like hell to play for this guy. So, got to give props to Billy Napier. This is a huge win. And maybe it's, you know, I'm overblowing it a little bit. Very well could be. And maybe Texas just, you know, loses a ton of games the rest of the season, and it just looks like a game that Florida should have won. So who knows? Florida's a dangerous team. I firmly believe that. Argue against the wall. Okay, so let's talk about some of the big boys. Big game Saturday night. Miami rolls into Doak Walker Stadium. Doak Walker is freaking just on fire. It's loud as hell. Those fans are out there for their team. I mean, it was quite the scene. It was awesome to see. It was super loud, but Miami just took care of business. They look like the most complete team. I mean, they play amazing defense. They run the ball just as good as anybody in the country. I mean, that running game is ridiculous. They have a hell of an offensive line. And Carson Beck is a good quarterback. But it is funny, though. The Bulldog Report posted this today through first 5 games of Carson Beck's 2024 and 2025 season. He actually had more yards and more touchdowns at Georgia last year at this time than he does with Miami this year. So I don't think he was getting misused at Georgia by any stretch of the imagination. But it's better to play somewhere where you feel more accepted, and we know that probably wasn't the case at Georgia. There was just a lot of stuff, a lot of drama around him, but he looks like he's turned the page, and And he's basically the same quarterback now that he was then, which is a very good quarterback. I don't think he is necessarily a great quarterback. He he may go in the first round, but if he does, I feel like that would be a stretch. Um, just because he still makes some careless throws. He is damn lucky to have that receiver Tony. That guy can ball. He can flat out play. Some of the catches he's made this year, just insane. I mean, that whole wide receiver group at Miami, they came out and showed out on Saturday. The one guy scored a touchdown, goes right up to camera and starts doing the tomahawk chop. So this Miami team is looking like some of the old Miami teams. And I think a lot of that it comes from the head coach, Mario Cristobal, because he used to play on those teams. And if you notice, just looking at their uniforms, they are really repping the old school Miami Hurricane vibe. And that's great. I think you should. Go back to your glory days. It's great. So Miami looks like the most complete team. They, in my opinion, right now have the best resume. And now FSU, they did mount a comeback, but it was too little, too late. They had a chance if they were able to get one more field goal. It would have been another one-score game, but I think the game was well in hand. I think that was more like garbage points than anything. And now Florida State, they got 2 losses. They lost Miami and then they lost Virginia. So they are no longer ranked. And it makes you wonder, how in the hell did Bama lose to this team? Because the team that we're seeing at Bama right now is not the same team that played Florida State. So let's talk about Bama. Vandy comes rolling into town. Diego Pavia comes rolling into town. Theo Vaughn rolls into town. Johnny Football on the sidelines, rocking the Diego Pavia jersey, flipping off the fans. I would expect nothing less. You got a very exuberant Vanderbilt team who's been playing really well. And they played really well in this game. Had some miscues that cost them big time, but they matched up pretty well with Alabama. I mean, to start the game, they impressed. I mean, they score a touchdown, they get a interception. As a Georgia fan, it was really annoying to see that interception on the first drive happen because Georgia dropped an interception on the first drive against Bama. So it was like all the things that went wrong for Georgia at the beginning of the game for Vandy went right. They got some holding calls. I saw a lot of people tweeting about that. It was pretty funny. But solid Vanderbilt team. You can't be nothing but impressed with Clark Lee. Everything he's done with that program is stellar, and he's like the antithesis of Kirk Cignetti. Like, he's not cocky, he's not brash, he's very matter of fact, tells you like it is. He's a good coach. A lot of respect for that dude. He's doing some good work there. And then there's Diego Pavia, the heart and soul of this team. He's very cocky. You know, he's got Baker Mayfield vibes rolling right now. Some people like it. Some people hate it. I like cocky quarterbacks. I want my quarterback to be cocky. It doesn't bother me at all if my quarterback's cocky, as long as they back it up. And for the most part, Pavia backs it up. But on Saturday, he cost his team twice. Couple times in the red zone of all places. You can't turn the ball over in the red zone, and that's exactly what he did. They had two chances to score, and one of them he fumbles running the ball, and another he throws an interception right to the Bama defender. Those are the two biggest plays of the game. That completely changed how that game went. And outside of all of that, Ty Simpson is the real deal. I've been telling y'all all year, Ty Simpson, look out for him. He's probably going to be really good. He was a 5-star recruit, highly, highly rated. He's been sitting the bench the past 4 years, waiting for his time to shine. And damn it if he is not making the most of it. I mean, right now, I might have him as my Heisman front runner, the way he's been playing. He's been playing out of his mind. Still makes me wonder, how the hell did Bama lose to FSU? I mean, good for FSU for getting that win, but I still don't understand it. But this was a fun game. It did get out of hand, near the end. And like I said, Bama humbled Vandy. I say humbled. I doubt Pavia is going to be humbled. I mean, he got a shouting match argument with a Bama fan as he's walking out, which was pretty funny. It's pretty dumb by that Bama fan to be yelling like he was. Like he's going to come over the fence and he's going to beat him up. Like, come on, dude. You're an old man. Pavia is not a young man anymore. I mean, he's been playing college football for almost a decade. So, and he's in shape. The other guys is some drunk asshole. So, gotta love college football. Where else do you get this stuff? It's the greatest sport on the planet Earth for all the right and wrong reasons. Freaking love it. So good. All right. So that was a great weekend. Do want to get into our Nitro Show top 10. But before we do that, make sure you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. We need subs. If you're watching, sub right now. Do it. Do it. It's good. It's good for you, good for us. Hit that sub button, notify bell. Get notified every time we go live, post a video. And let us know what you think. Let me know what you think about what we're talking about in the comments, in the chat. Get in touch with us on all the socials right there on the screen at Nitro CFB on all platforms. You can listen to us on any podcast platform. So keep up with your boys, Nitro Show, Nitro CFB. We got you covered. Okay, we do have an updated Nitro CFB top 10. And we did see some movement this week. Penn State is no longer in this top 10. Bye-bye. And we get to welcome in Texas Tech. So at number 1, I know I've been saying Miami should probably be number 1, but we have a saying, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Ohio State's still the defending champion, and they've done nothing to lose that title so far. Like, they're still beating the crap out of people. They look great. Their defense is amazing. It seems like their defense is starting to get even better than it was last year. And then they had their defensive coordinator from last year go to Penn State, which was crazy in my mind. And now you see Penn State sucking it up. It is funny how the world works. So yeah, they're going to be number 1 until someone beats them. Miami at number 2. They would be number 1 if Ohio State had a loss. They probably deserve to be number 1 just resume wise, because that Texas win doesn't look great for Ohio State anymore. And the Notre Dame win for Miami is looking better and better every week. And then we got Oregon at number 3. They've had a bye week this week. They had that big win against Penn State the week before, but who are they really? Penn State losing just throws into question a bunch of teams. Ole Miss was idle. No reason to drop them at all. They look great. Doesn't matter which quarterback is in for them. They're just going to keep rolling. Now, Lane Kiffin, that is an offensive guru. Look what he's done with quarterbacks that he's coached. Jackson Dart is freaking killing it right now in New York with Cam Scatterbo. They might be my favorite pair to watch in the NFL right now. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, Ole Miss, they have a great shot at the SEC championship this year. And another team coming in at number 5, Oklahoma. Little iffy on them at the moment, just because of the John Mateer situation. They do play Texas this weekend, and we don't know if John Mateer is going to play or not. I don't necessarily think Oklahoma has to have John Mateer as their quarterback to beat Texas, because Oklahoma's defense is legit. It's really good, and they just need enough offense. So still leaving them at number 5. Could get Mateer back soon, and with Mateer, they are definitely a top 10 team. Coming in at number 6, Indiana. I believe they have a big game this weekend against Oregon, so we will learn a lot about these two teams. This is a big, big game. Really looking forward to it. Indiana, I feel like they're for real. From what I've seen, Mendoza quarterback, he's been really, really solid, and I'm looking forward to seeing what plays out this weekend. Texas A&M comes in at number 7. They had a big win this weekend over Mississippi State. Mississippi State has been looking better, but they're coming a little bit back down to earth after that Arizona State win. Marcel Reed had a great game. So I'm slowly coming around on him. I'm not 100% on the Marcel Reed hype train yet, but if he keeps improving that completion percentage, which I saw he was close to like 68% last time I checked. That's pretty good. So I'm coming around to him. I'm warming up to him. But A&M they're in the driver's seat too. I mean, they have a great shot at the end of the season. And then there's the newcomer to the top 10, Texas Tech. Texas Tech, the money team. If there's a team in college football right now that spent their money well, it's Texas Tech. If there's a team in the state of Texas that spent their money well, it's Texas Tech. You got to take them serious. That's right. Texas Tech, BYU. That's looking like it's going to be a huge game. Don't see any reason why either of those teams wouldn't be undefeated by then. Epic is right. I would love to see the band Epic play their Epic song. But yeah, Texas Tech, they got a straight shot for the playoff, Big 12 championship. Big 12 still the most fun league to watch this year. Just so many teams that have potential right there. Arizona State's not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Cincinnati. Look out for Cincinnati. If they're not on your radar right now, then you're not watching college football. What Cincinnati did this past weekend to Iowa State was nothing short of impressive. Their running back was literally running over people. I'm talking like Herschel Walker levels running over people. This is the Cincinnati Bearcats. And then on defense, they damn near killed Rocco Becht. I felt so bad for that kid. And I love Iowa State. It's my clones, man. So yeah, keep Cincinnati on your radar. They might crack this top 10 soon. We'll see. Behind Texas Tech, number 9, Alabama. They've got the loss to FSU, and Texas Tech does not have a loss. So we're not going to reward teams for losing. And, same thing goes for Georgia. Georgia's at number 10 behind Alabama. You're right. Yeah. Cincinnati did make the 14 playoff. Desmond Ridder. Every Falcons fan's favorite quarterback. Hey, for a while back, who was it? I think Brian Kelly was the coach. When he was the coach at Cincinnati, they were the best team in Ohio during that stretch. And I know that's going to piss off some Buckeye fans. Prove me wrong. Okay. And so, yeah, number 10, Georgia. Love our dogs. They had a big blowout win this weekend over Kentucky. Go watch my recap post game from yesterday. I dive into detail on that. Just kind of an okay win. Nothing to roll your eyes at. I mean, beating an SEC team by 30 points is nothing to blow your nose at. And when you really look at the numbers, you'll be surprised at how well Georgia actually played. We did see some weird things that, we get tired of seeing, but now that we look for those things whenever they do happen, even if it is minor or just not happening very often, you're going to see them. The whole red car theory. You think about something, you start seeing it more. So when you're driving to work tomorrow, if you think about a red car, you'll see a bunch of red cars. Promise you. Okay, so let me know what you think in chat or in the comments. What do you think of our top 10? Is it good? Does it suck? Are we brilliant? Are we idiots? Are we brilliant idiots? Brilliant idiots. I like that. That sounds like a good band name. I need to make that into a t-shirt. Brilliant idiots. Speaking of t-shirts, if you notice, I have a new hat with our new logo on it. Very nice. Rocking that. I'll be rocking that out in public. I got a t-shirt too. Just freaking awesome. All good. All good. Okay. Well, that's all I got for today, y'all. Street, let's get together this weekend or this week and do a live preview show, pick'em show. That'll be fun. And look for that on sometime on Wednesday, maybe. I don't know yet. We'll see. We've got to work out schedules. But like this, subscribe. Please subscribe. We need all the subs that we can get and ain't too proud to beg. Subscribe. Help us out. Help a brother out. Help your Nitro boys out. And if you love college football, subscribe, because that's all we do. We talk college football. We're fans first, and we love everything about college football. It's fun. All the crap that goes on into it. It's just the greatest sport in the world. And we're talking about it every Sunday, 9:00, and multiple times throughout the week. So follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Nitro CFB. It's right there on the screen. You can listen to us on any podcast apps in the audio realm. Comment on those, listen on those on your ways to work, and tune in on Wednesday for our preview show. And like I said, we're here every Sunday, 9 p.m. for our weekly recaps and Nitro CFB Top 10. So that'll do it for this week. Until next time, I'm Burl, and somewhere is Street, and go Dogs.